Ladies and gentlemen, there's a fire that burns within every single one of us. It's not visible when times are easy. It doesn't shine when the road is smooth. No, this fire, the fire of victory, is forged in the crucible of tough times. When life presses down on you, when the weight feels unbearable and the world tells you to quit, that's when your true strength emerges. You see, the greatest triumphs are born not from comfort, but from chaos. It is in those moments of doubt, when fear creeps into your heart, that you must decide who you are. Are you the person who steps back? Or are you the one who steps up? The one who looks at the storm and says, this is where I make my stand. This is where I fight. Every great story of victory is written in the ink of struggle. Legends are not born in moments of ease. They are forged in fire, molded by relentless persistence, and shaped by an unshakable belief in their mission. When the odds are stacked against you, when the noise around you drowns out everything else, you must find that voice within the voice that says, keep going. And let me tell you something about tough times. They are temporary. Pain is temporary. Doubt is temporary. But the victory you earn, the lessons you learn, and the person you become in the process, that is permanent. You were not made to break, you were made to rise. The walls around you are not there to stop you, they're there to test how much you want it. The challenges in front of you are not there to defeat you, they're there to prepare you. So when the night feels endless, when the road feels lonely, and when victory seems out of reach, remember this: tough times don't define you, they refine you. And every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your triumph. Now is not the time to hesitate, now is the time to fight. Push harder, go further. Show the world and yourself what you're made of. Victory is not something handed to you when the sun is shining and the path is clear. No, real victory shows its face when the storm clouds gather and the weight of the world feels like it's pressing down on your chest. It's easy to celebrate when things are going your way, but the true test of your character is how you respond when life punches you in the gut. Tough times are the crucible where greatness is forged. They strip away the fluff, the excuses, the distractions, and leave you face to face with the raw truth of who you are. It's in those moments of struggle, of doubt, of fear, that victory begins to take shape. Not in the final celebration, but in every decision you make to keep going when everything in you screams to stop. Because tough times aren't there to defeat you, they're there to reveal you. They're there to uncover the strength you didn't know you had, to unlock a level of resilience you never thought possible. The easy days won't show you this. The smooth roads won't teach you this, but the fight, the grind, the long nights when no one else believes in you, that's where victory is born. So when the pressure mounts, when the odds seem impossible, understand this is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater, something stronger, something unstoppable. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't knock politely on the door and ask if it's a good time to challenge you. No, it comes roaring in unannounced with obstacles that demand you make a choice: step back or step up. These moments, these decisive crossroads, are where your character is forged. In that split second, when the pressure is on and the stakes are high, everything about who you are comes into play. The voice in your head starts whispering lies: you can't do it. It's too hard, just give up. But here's the truth: this moment isn't here to break you. It's here to show you what you're made of. This is where the pretenders fall away and the warriors rise. It's not about being perfect. It's not about knowing every answer. It's about making the decision to fight, to move forward, to give everything you got, even when the odds are stacked against you. Because every decision you make in these moments is a brick in the foundation of your destiny. You can choose to quit, to turn around, to shrink under the weight, or you can plant your feet, stare down the challenge, and decide that you're not going anywhere. That choice right there defines who you are. Not the circumstances, not the opinions of others, but the fire inside you that refuses to be extinguished. And make no mistake, life will keep testing you. It will keep throwing moments at you where you have to choose. But every time you step up, every time you face the fear head on, you grow stronger, you grow tougher. You grow into the person you were always meant to be. Triumph isn't served to you on a silver platter. It doesn't arrive wrapped in a neat little ball waiting for you at the end of an easy road. No, triumph is forged in the fire of struggle, hammered out with sweat, pain, and determination. It's born in the moments when quitting seems like the most logical choice, but you refuse to give in. Struggle isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. It's the teacher that strips away comfort and exposes your core. The grind, the late nights, the setbacks, they're not roadblocks, they're the proving ground. Every tear, every moment of frustration, every failure, those are the raw materials of greatness. You see, people want the glory, but they don't want the grind. They want the spotlight, but they shy away from the shadows where the real work happens. Triumph doesn't come from avoiding the hard parts. It comes from embracing them, from leaning into the discomfort and saying, this is where I grow. This is where I win. And here's the truth about struggle. It's not just about the outcome. It's about what you become in the process. Struggle shapes your mindset, strengthens your resolve, and builds the unshakable foundation of who you are. It turns you into the person who doesn't just survive challenges, but thrives in them. So when the weight feels unbearable and the struggle seems endless, remember this is the forge. This is where you're tempered into something unbreakable. Fear is a liar. It's the voice that creeps into your mind when the stakes are high, whispering doubts, feeding insecurities, and convincing you that you're not enough. Fear doesn't care about your potential. Fear doesn't care about your dreams. It only wants one thing to keep you frozen, stuck in the comfort zone where nothing extraordinary ever happens. But here's the secret: fear only has the power you give it. It's loud, sure, but it's not real. It's an illusion designed to stop you before you even begin. And the only way to overcome fear is to face it head on. You don't tiptoe around it. You don't wait for it to fade. You confront it, stare it down, and take action in spite of it. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward, even when fear is screaming at you to stop. It's choosing to step into the unknown, to take the leap, even when every fiber of your being is begging for safety. Fear is the gatekeeper to your growth. And on the other side of it lies everything you've ever wanted. Think about it. Every great achievement, every moment of success came after someone pushed through their fear. The champions, the innovators, the game changers, they didn't get there because they were fearless. They got there because they didn't let fear win. They heard the voice of doubt and answered with action. So when fear shows up, and you have a choice, you can let it hold you back, or you can use it as fuel. You can let it paralyze you, or you can let it propel you forward. Because fear isn't a wall, it's a hurdle. And every time you leap over it, you grow stronger, braver, and closer to the life you were meant to live. Pain is temporary. Let that sink in for a moment. The setbacks, the heartache, the struggles, they're all just passing moments in time. But in the middle of it, oh, it feels endless. It feels like the weight of the world is pressing down, like the storm will never clear. But here's the truth: storms always pass. Pain always fades. What stays with you is the lesson, the growth, and the strength you gain from pushing through. The discomfort you're feeling right now, that heaviness that makes you want to stop, that's where the transformation happens. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to shape you. The problem is too many people quit in the middle of pain. They convince themselves that it's permanent, that it's too much, that it's not worth it. But what they don't realize is that the breakthrough is always just on the other side. The moment you feel like giving up is often the moment you're closest to your greatest victory. Pain has a purpose. It's a teacher, sharpening your focus, testing your commitment, and preparing you for what's next. It doesn't just leave scars, it leaves strength. And the beauty of it, once the pain subsides, you're left standing taller, wiser, and more powerful than you ever thought possible. So when it feels like the world is caving in, when the weight feels unbearable, remind yourself this is not forever. Pain is a visitor, not a permanent resident. It's here to do its work and move on. And when it does, you'll be ready not just to survive, but to thrive. That adversity isn't here to break you, it's here to build you. It's the sharp edge that carves out your strength, the pressure that forms the diamond. The challenges you face are not punishments, they're opportunities. They're the tools life uses to shape you into the person you're meant to be. Think about it: without resistance, there's no growth. Without struggle, there's no progress. Adversity is the ultimate trainer, pushing you to limits you didn't even know you had. It forces you to dig deeper, to find resources within yourself that you never thought existed. But here's the thing: most people don't see it that way. They see adversity as a curse, something to avoid, something to run from. What they don't realize is that the very thing they're running from is the thing that will make them unstoppable. Adversity doesn't come to tear you down. It comes to reveal your strength, to expose your potential, to show you what you're truly capable of. Every setback, every obstacle, every tough time, it's all part of the process. You're not being tested because life wants to see you fail. You're being tested because life knows you're ready to level up. And the only way to grow is to embrace the challenge, to lean into the adversity, and to let it do its work. Because when the dust settles and you look back on the battles you fought, you'll realize something powerful. Adversity didn't just refine you, it defined you. It made you stronger, sharper, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Every step forward matters. Let me say that again. Every single step forward matters. It doesn't matter how small it feels, how slow it seems, or how far away the finish line looks. Progress is progress, and it's the key to unlocking everything you're working for. You see, too many people get caught up in the idea that success has to come all at once, that victory is this massive instant breakthrough. But that's not how it works. The truth is, greatness is built one step at a time, one decision at a time, one decision at a time, one action at a time. It's the daily grind, the little victories, the tiny moments of effort that stack up and turn into something extraordinary. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when you can't see the results, those steps are building momentum. Every push, every sacrifice, every late night or early morning, it's all laying the foundation. You're not just moving forward, you're building something powerful, something lasting. And let me tell you something about those small steps. They require discipline. They require faith. They require you to trust the process, even when it feels slow. But that's where the magic happens, because over time, those small, consistent efforts compound into something unstoppable. So don't get discouraged if the progress feels small. Don't underestimate the power of one more step, one more rep, one more push. Because every time you choose to move forward, no matter how tiny the step, you're proving to yourself in the world that you're in it for the long haul. That you're not just here to start, you're here to finish. Obstacles are not walls, they are stepping stones. Every challenge you face is not there to stop you, it's there to test you, to push you, to force you to grow. The road to success is not a straight line. It's filled with bumps, curves, and detours. But that's exactly what makes it worthwhile. When you encounter an obstacle, it's easy to get frustrated, to feel like the world is working against you. You might think, why me? Why now? But the truth is, every obstacle is an opportunity. It's a chance for you to dig deeper, to tap into strength you didn't know you had, and to prove that nothing can stand in your way. The people who succeed are the ones who don't back down when the going gets tough. They understand that obstacles are part of the process, not something to fear. They embrace the struggle because they know that on the other side is something greater. Obstacles are tests of your commitment. How badly do you want it? How much are you willing to sacrifice? How far are you willing to go? The easy path doesn't require any of that. But the tough path, the one filled with obstacles, that's where the magic happens. And here's the thing, every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger. It's not about how many obstacles you face, but about how you face them. Will you let them defeat you? Or will you let them fuel your determination, your drive, your hunger to succeed? Because every challenge you meet head on makes you one step closer to your goal. And that's the difference between those who quit and those who rise. Legends aren't born from easy days. They're made in the fire of adversity, in the heat of struggle, and through the relentless pursuit of greatness despite the odds. The people you admire, the ones whose stories inspire you, they didn't achieve greatness because they had it easy. They achieved it because they never gave up, no matter how many times they were knocked down. You think of the icons, the ones who've left their mark on the world. You think of the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the leaders who have stood tall. What you don't see is all the moments when they almost didn't make it, when the path was unclear, when failure seemed like the only option. But in those moments, they decided something. They decided that they were going to keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep going even when no one believed they could. Legends rise because they refuse to be defined by their circumstances. They are defined by their ability to keep moving forward, to keep reaching for something greater, to keep pushing their limits even when it feels impossible. And it's not just about reaching the goal. It's about everything you become in the process. Because when you push through the adversity, when you face down the toughest challenges, you emerge as someone completely different, stronger, wiser, more resilient. And that is what sets legends apart. They don't just survive the storm, they use the storm to fuel their rise. Every time you face a challenge, every time you feel like giving up, remember this: what you're going through is not just a struggle, it's a part of your legend. It's the test that will shape you, the fight that will define you, and the victory that will prove to the world what you're truly made of. Now is the time. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more prepared or when the stars align. Right now, right this moment. Success doesn't wait for you to be ready or for the perfect conditions. The perfect time doesn't exist. The only thing that matters is what you do today, in this very moment. Too many people talk about what they'll do, what they'll achieve, how they'll succeed. They spend their time planning, dreaming, wishing. But the difference between those who talk about it and those who actually do it is simple action. Right now, you have the power to take the first step. And when you take that step, it leads to another and another, until one day you look back and realize you've already come so far. It's easy to get caught up in the future. It's easy to let fear or doubt hold you back, convincing you that you need more time or more resources. But the truth is, time doesn't wait for anyone. The opportunities you have right now won't be around forever. So don't waste them. Success is built on what you do now. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making this moment perfect by taking action. When you push forward today, when you show up with everything you've got, you're setting the stage for tomorrow's victory. Every move you make today is the foundation for everything you want in the future. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. The moment you've been waiting for is here. What are you going to do with it? The answer is simple: take action. Move forward. Push past the fear, the doubt, and the excuses. Now is your time. The journey to victory, growth, and greatness is not for the faint of heart. It's a path that demands resilience, courage, and relentless action. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds a foundation. Each challenge, no matter how daunting, becomes an opportunity to rise. Every moment of doubt, every whisper of fear is a chance to prove your strength and commitment to yourself and your vision. Adversity doesn't define you, it refines you. It strips away the unnecessary, revealing the core of who you are and what you're capable of achieving. Legends are not born in comfort, but carved out of struggle, persistence, and the decision to keep going when the odds seem insurmountable. Now is the time to take everything you've learned, every ounce of determination you summoned, and channel it into action. Seize the moment, face the storm, overcome the obstacles. Victory is within reach, not because the path is easy, but because you are willing to endure, to grow, and to claim what is rightfully yours. You've got this. The time to rise is now.